I am Kapu Sravanti, lecturer in ECE in Government Polytechnic for Women, Warangal, Telangana. Today the topic of my presentation is rectifier type instruments. In the last class you have learnt about principle of extending the range of DC ammeter and principle of extending the range of DC voltmeter. On completion of this topic, you would be able to know principle of rectifier type voltmeter and construction of rectifier type voltmeter and principle of rectifier type ammeter and construction of rectifier type ammeter. Now coming to the introduction to the rectifier type instruments. Basically, rectifier is nothing but it converts AC voltage to DC voltage. PMMC instruments, these are not suitable for the AC, but if we convert by using rectifier, we can convert the AC to DC and then amplify, and that can be applied to the DC circuit. Now, the instrument which uses the rectifying element for measuring the voltage and current is known as the rectifying instruments. The rectifying element converts the alternating current to the direct current, which indicates by the DC responsive meter. The PMMC uses an indicating instrument. The PMMC meter movements do not work correctly if directly connected to the alternating current, because the direction of the needle movement changes with each half cycle of the AC. In order to use a DC meter movement such as the D. Arsonval design, the alternating current must be rectified into DC. We already know that rectifiers are divided into different types. Half wave rectifiers and full wave rectifiers. Full wave rectifiers are again divided into two types, center tap and bridge rectifiers. For the efficiency purpose, we always use bridge rectifiers. So half wave rectifiers or bridge rectifiers are used for this purpose. Rectifier type instruments, they are suited for the measurements in communication circuits. What type of measurements? That is, they can be used as voltmeters and ammeters and multimeters. Now coming to the rectifier type voltmeter, that is nothing but a rectifier type of ammeter with a series resistor as connected in earlier DC voltmeter circuit. The arrangement is shown in below rectifier type diagram. You can see here we are using the two diodes, that is D1 and D2, which is simply a full wave rectifier type voltmeter. Here the series resistance is connected, that is a multiplier resistance. AC input is given, and here there is a shunt resistance is connected. Here the shunt current is represented, and here the meter movement, you can see there is a meter resistance and that is meter internal resistance RM and current IM. The total current IT, that is given by arrow at the multiplier. Here the circuit is a parallel circuit, hence the current is divided. That means the parallel circuit acts as a current divider. That means total current is equal to ISH plus IM, that is meter current and shunt current. Now let us see the working action of the rectifier type voltmeter. You can see from the figure, RS or R1 is the multiplier resistance, D1 and D2 acts as a full wave rectifier, and D2 shunts the meter bypassing the current during the negative half cycles of the input voltage. You already know in the previous classes, that is in the previous semester, in center tap rectifier, that is a full wave rectifier, we have used two diodes during the positive half cycle of the AC input, D1 forward biased and D2 reverse biased, and during the negative half cycles of the diode AC input, D2 forward and D1 reverse. Same principle is applied here. that is D1 and D2 acts as a full wave rectifier, and D2 shunts the meter. Here the D2 is connected in parallel. Here that's purpose is bypassing the current during the negative half cycles of the input voltage. The shunt across the meter, you can see there is a shunt that is RSH. The shunt across the ammeter is to bring the diode, that is D1, into the linear portion of the characteristic. During the positive half cycles of the input, the diode D1 conducts and the rectified current passes through the ammeter. Here there is ammeter, the PMMC is used as ammeter, that is you can see. And now during the positive half cycles of the input, diode D1 conducts, you can see. And next the rectified current passes through the ammeter. The average current is indicated by the meter. This can be calibrated in terms of RS volts, RMS volts. RMS means root mean square volts. Considering now the value of the multiplier resistance on AC ranges, multiplier resistance is nothing but that is a R1 or RS. We can now apply the that is nothing but for the half wave rectifier we can see the value of the multiplier resistance we have to calculate. Now considering the half wave rectifier circuit, in half wave rectifier we use only one diode, that is here it is connected, and there is a multiplier resistance that is connected in series, and there is a shunt that is using the shunt that is described in the figure. The value of the multiplier resistance that can be calculated as shown, that is let Im, that is Im is the meter current or full scale deflection current of the ammeter, and Rm, that is the internal resistance of the ammeter. Here the ammeter is nothing but it is a PMMC meter we are using, and RSH, that is the shunt resistance across the ammeter to bring the diode D1 into the linear portion of its characteristics. Also here the RSH is equal to the Rm, that means the shunt resistance is equal to the meter internal resistance, and RD, the diode have the forward resistance, that is represented with the RD, and E, that is a capital E, be the RMS voltage applied to the test terminals, that can be given, that is the input voltage. And now EDC be the equivalent DC voltage on rectification. The reverse resistance of the diodes being high, it is assumed to be open, that is infinite resistance under reverse bias. We already know that in reverse bias, that means during the negative half cycle the diode becomes reverse bias, that means the current does not conduct, hence the reverse resistance is high, that means it offers the infinite resistance. Now coming to move on to the next slide. The voltmeter for alternating voltage measurements may use a full wave bridge rectifier or a half wave rectifier with a shunt resistance across the ammeter. In either case, the current that flows through the meter is the rectified alternating current. In case of half wave rectifier, the equivalent DC value of the rectified alternating voltage will be, that is EDC is equal to the 0.45 into RMS. In the case of full wave rectifier, the equivalent DC value of the rectified alternating voltage will be EDC is equal to the 0.9 into ERMS. As the shunt resistance and the meter internal resistance are assumed to be equal, to get the full scale deflection, the current that is to be supplied by the source is 2 into Im. The equivalent DC voltage of the applied AC E volts will be equal to the 0.45 into E. Therefore, the total resistance of the voltmeter will be equal to, the total RT is equal to 0.45 into E by 2 into Im. This total resistance consists of the series multiplier plus forward resistance of the diode D1 plus the resistance due to the parallel combination of the meter resistance and shunt. RT is equal to the that is in formula, that is the total resistance is equal to multiplier resistance and D1 resistance, that is the forward resistance, plus Rm into RSH by Rm, that is a parallel combination of the meter resistance and shunt resistance. Hence the multiplier resistance Rs is equal to the RT minus RD1 plus Rm into RSH by Rm plus RSH. Now this series resistance will be less than the value of the series multiplier resistance calculated for DC volts. This results in reduction in the sensitivity of the voltmeter in alternating volts range. In case of full wave rectifier arrangement without any shunt arrangement across the ammeter, the value of the multiplier can be calculated taking the equivalent DC value of the alternating voltage applied to be 0.9 into E. The total resistance of the voltmeter is equal to the 0.9 into E divided by Im, neglecting the forward resistance of the diodes. Now the total resistance is equal to the series resistance and the meter resistance, which is equal to the series resistance is equal to the RT, that is total resistance minus meter resistance. This value of resistance will be less than the value of the multiplier resistance for DC voltage. So the sensitivity of the voltmeter on alternating voltage ranges will be lower than for the DC voltage range sensitivity. It is to be remembered here that the value of multiplier is suitable in case of sinusoidal waveforms only and does not suit for other waveforms. Now coming to the another, that is a full wave rectifier type of voltmeter. You can see R1 and R2 and R3. These three are the multiplier resistances. You can see, and D2 is shunted by the meter, and D1 is the diode. Now the principle of operation, that is a PMMC movement is used in combination with the rectifier arrangement. According to the figure, the diode D1 conducts during the positive half cycle and causes meter to deflect to the average value of this half cycle. During the negative half cycle, D2 conducts current through the measuring circuit, which is in the opposite direction. Now coming to the construction, you can see the figure. R1, R2 and R3 connected in series through the switch. You can see the figure. There is a switch, there is a selector switch is there, and now D1 is connected in series with the meter and D2 is connected in shunt with the meter in series with the diode. RSH is connected in shunt with the meter. You can see here. Now coming to the rectifier type ammeter. Here we are using the current transformer, that is the primary turns are less and compared to the secondary turns, number of turns are nothing but a number of windings are very high or more. Now here we can use that is bridge rectifier is using. In some instruments, bridge rectifier is used in place of full wave rectifier because of the efficiency purpose. And the construction of rectifier type ammeter. According to the figure, bridge circuit is used. You know bridge circuit, that is it consists of 4 diodes. During the positive half cycles, 2 diodes will conduct and 2 diodes will not conduct, and during the negative half cycle 2 diodes will conduct and other 2 diodes do not conduct. Now moving coil meter connected across the secondary of the current transformer. You can see the moving coil meter is connected, and now current transformer is used as secondary, and the rectifier converts the AC to DC, and the current is passed, and the DC current is passed through the ammeter for measurement. Now Here, it is not possible to use a shunt as in DC moving coil instruments, as the portion of the total current passing through the meter movement would vary widely with the total current because of change of rectifier resistance with the current. Rectifier type ammeter is principle of operation is same as PMMC meter. Total current passing through the meter moment would vary widely with the total current. You can see secondary current is proportional to the primary current. You can see that is full wave rectifier, that is you can see current is in one direction, and you can take the angle in one direction, that is the average and RMS value of current. Average current is it is given by, that is equal to the, for full wave rectifier, that is I average or IDC is equal to 2 Im by pi, and IRMS is equal to the Im by root 2. Here you can see. Now the deflection of the moving coil ammeter depends upon the average value of the current, and the scale of ammeter can be calibrated to read the RMS value of the current, on the assumption that the waveform of the latter is sinusoidal with a form factor of 1.11. You already know that for the sinusoidal waveform the form factor is equal to the 1.11. Form factor can be defined as the RMS value to the average value, that is IRMS or VRMS is divided by I average or V average. Now coming to the factors. What are the factors affecting the performance of the rectifier type instruments? Here the performance is, that is depends upon the following factors, that is waveform and rectifier resistance and temperature and capacitance of the rectifier. The calibration of the rectifier type voltmeter is valid for sinusoidal voltages only. This is because of the fact that the calibration is done under sinusoidal voltage, and the scale of the instrument must be marked in terms of 1.11 times the actual current measured. Thus the scale indicates RMS value of the voltage measured. Number of the other waveforms having the same average value may have RMS value that may considerably vary. In all these cases, also the ammeter or voltmeter will indicate 1.11 times the average value. This results in errors. So there is nothing but simply, that is the performance is completely dependent on the waveform error, affected by the waveform error. And now as the second point, as the rectifier is a non-linear element, it distorts the waveform of the current flowing through the ammeter. When sinusoidal voltage is applied to the instrument, the current will be peaked. Its form factor increases more than 1.1. So, though the actual RMS value of the current flowing through the meter is more, it indicates low. The larger the value of series resistance, and the lower will be the error. So we have to choose the series resistance should be large, then only the error will be low. Now the third factor, that is the rectifying element, that is diode has its forward resistance which varies with the temperature, because the resistance is temperature coefficient. Hence the instrument gives error using copper resistance as a part of the multiplier resistance compensates this error. When large temperatures are involved, the instrument must be enclosed in a temperature controlled enclosure. And the fourth factor, rectifier offers a small capacitance. The reactance of this capacitor becomes low at high frequencies. Therefore, the rectifier ceases to function as a rectifier at frequencies where its reactance is considerably low. This results in a low voltage indication in the instrument. The error is as large as 0.5% per kilohertz in frequency. Now coming to the advantages of the rectifier instruments. The frequency range extends from about 20 Hz to high audio frequencies. And the second one, these instruments have a much lower operating current for voltmeters or higher value of ohms per volt than other instruments. They have practically uniform scale for most ranges, and their accuracy is about plus or minus 5 under normal operating current conditions. Now coming to the limitations and applications of the rectifier type instruments. Rectifier type instruments, that is they are sensitive. They can be used for measurements of current and voltage within audio frequency range. They are useful in measuring low values of voltage and current, especially when the source impedance is high. The rectifier type of instruments is not suitable even at high audio frequencies and for frequencies beyond audio frequency range. Because of the capacitance of the rectifier and inductance of the moving coil, the instrument fails at high frequencies, indicating low value of reading. Now let us come on to the ranges. Ranges of the rectifier type instruments. It can measure from 0 to 1000 microamps. For millisecond one, for milliampere range, it can measure from 0 to 1000 milliamp range. The rectifier type instrument can measure from 0 to 1 volt. Although some instruments can measure a higher voltage range from 0 to 250 volts. The range of the frequencies of the signal to be measured is from 20 Hz to 20 kHz, that is a human audio frequency range. Now let us summarize all the topics. That is we have discussed about principle of rectifier type voltmeter and construction of rectifier type voltmeter, and principle of rectifier type ammeter and construction of rectifier type ammeter, and advantages and disadvantages, and also the applications. Coming to the quiz part. In rectifier type voltmeter, moving coil meter connected across the dash of the current transformer. A secondary, B primary, C separately, D none of the above. A secondary. Sorry, the answer is the separately or the primary. In rectifier type ammeter, secondary current is proportional to the primary current. The answer is B. Frequently asked questions. Explain the rectifier type instruments and what is the principle of the operation of the rectifier type voltmeter. I hope this presentation will help you somewhat, and thank you very much for listening.